Hi, I'm Andy Jones. I'm an expert in dating, sex and relationships. I'm going to be leading you by the hand through all those tricky dating problems. I'm going to be talking to you about how to get over heartbreak. We've all been dumped, we've all broke up with someone, we've all been hurt by the opposite sex. This is how to get over that person. It's really hard to move on from someone that we've really cared about, especially if we've been dumped by that person or that person's ended things really suddenly. So what we're not going to do is we're not just going to say to ourselves, I'm going to forget them, I'm going to get over it straight away, because that can be sometimes really painful and really hard to do. Take a couple of days, maybe even a week, to say, look, it doesn't matter if I think about this person, it doesn't matter if I feel the need to look at pictures of us together or look at old messages or talk to my friends about what happened. Give yourself a period and then say, at that point, at the end of that day, it's cut off. I'm going to move on. I'm going to step over the line and say, I'm going to man up and this person's over for me. During that cooling off period, take some time to think, how can I be a better person after this relation ended? Now that might sound really corny and ridiculous, but every relationship ends for a reason. Think to yourself, did it end because I was too clingy? Was I too pushy? Did I demand too much of their time? Think to yourself and say, look, I'm not going to do those things in the next relationship I go into. I'm not going to make that mistake again. We all make mistakes in relationships. We're all too needy sometimes. We fly off the handle sometimes. We lose our temper. But think to yourself, I'm going to take note of that and I'm not going to do that again. Once you've said to yourself, this person's over for me now, you're going to go out and have a good time and you're going to have a laugh. It's really hard though, if you've got shared friends with the person that you've broken up with, to forget that person, because they're constantly asking you if you're okay. Are you okay? Did you hear this person's got a new girlfriend? What do you think about this? They're going to constantly remind you, even if it's by accident, that you once went out with that person. And that's not loads of fun, is it? What you're going to do is you're going to temporarily get a new crowd to hang around with. You're going to go out with a group of friends that possibly you didn't go out with that much before. You're going to go out to a different club, a different party, a different cinema, whatever it is. You're going to go to different places and you're going to mix with different people. One, this is really healthy for you. And two, it's going to mean that you're not talking about that person, because they're not going to want to talk about the person because they don't know about them. And they're going to give you fun things to do and you're going to be doing stuff that you've not done before. Why not take the opportunity to do something that you weren't allowed to do with your old ex-girlfriend or ex-boyfriend? There's always things that your partner doesn't necessarily want to do. Why not take the time out to go out and do those hobbies and those things that you never had time to do before? Think about your behaviour. Be adult about the breakup. The person who comes off best in a relationship isn't necessarily the one who talks the loudest, the one who talks the most, the one who's the most gossipy or nasty. These things are going to feel like small victories, but they're small victories. They're not going to help you win in the end. No one's going to want to go out with someone if they find out that that person was horrible about their ex-boyfriend or girlfriend. Think about it. You're going to have mutual friends with this person and they're going to talk to, the information is going to get backwards and forwards. You may end up going out with one of their friends in future or one of their friends' friends. Everybody knows each other these days. So why not think about your behaviour and think, I'm not going to respond if I hear they've said something nasty about me. I'm not going to be bothered if they have a giggle if I enter the room. I'm not going to worry if people talk about me. I've won this relationship. I'm winning the situation now. I might not have ended the relationship, but I'm walking away from it with my head held high. That was just a little bit of advice about how to get over your heartbreak. Your new life starts here.